Have you ever sat down after a meal expecting to feel satisfied, maybe even content, but instead, you felt like someone inflated a balloon in your belly? That tight, uncomfortable bloating that seems to show up out of nowhere and refuses to go away? You're not alone. Especially after 60, our digestive system doesn't quite work the way it used to. Foods we once ate without a second thought now seem to turn against us. And it's not just bloating. There's that sluggish, heavy feeling. That little voice in your gut saying, something isn't right. But what if I told you that in just 3 days, yes, 3 days, you could start feeling lighter, more comfortable, and even regain that spring in your step? It's not about taking harsh laxatives or going on strange juice cleanses. It's about giving your body exactly what it needs to do, what it wants to do: digest, detox, and feel good again. So let's talk about it. Real steps you can take starting today to ease that bloating, get your digestion back on track, and feel more like yourself again. No fancy tricks, no unrealistic diets, just simple habits that work, especially if you're over 60 and want to feel your best without turning your kitchen into a science lab. Let's start with something you've probably heard before, but may not have realized how powerful it really is: chewing your food slowly. I know, it sounds simple, almost too simple, right? But the way you chew your food can completely change how your body digests it. See, as we age, our bodies produce less stomach acid and digestive enzymes. That means the first step of digestion, chewing, becomes even more important. When you chew slowly, you're not just breaking food down mechanically, you're giving your digestive system a head start. You're signaling to your brain and stomach, hey, food's coming, get ready. Saliva starts flowing, enzymes start working, and your stomach gets time to prepare. And here's the real magic. When you slow down, you're less likely to swallow air. That air? It's one of the top causes of bloating. Picture this: 2 people eating the same bowl of soup. One wolfs it down in 5 minutes, barely tasting it. The other takes their time, enjoying each spoonful, pausing between bites. Who do you think walks away feeling better? It's not just about the food, it's about how you treat your meal. So today, try this. Take your usual meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and add 5 extra minutes to it. Set down your fork between bites. Breathe. Sip some warm water or herbal tea if that helps. Turn off the TV or put down the phone and just enjoy the meal. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel and how your bloating begins to ease. Now, speaking of warm water, let's talk about hydration. But not just drinking more water, because I'm sure you've heard that 1,000 times. Let's talk about how you hydrate and when. You see, many of us wake up, grab a cup of coffee, maybe a little toast, and start the day. But what your digestive system really craves first thing in the morning isn't caffeine, it's gentle hydration. Warm water with a slice of lemon, or even just plain warm water, can wake up your digestive system better than any pill. Warm liquids help relax the digestive tract, stimulate bowel movements, and flush out any toxins that may have built up overnight. It's like sending a gentle wake-up call to your gut, saying, all right, time to get moving. Now, I know some folks worry about lemon being too acidic, but once lemon reaches your stomach, it actually has an alkalizing effect and can aid digestion, especially if you're prone to sluggish bowels. If lemon doesn't sit well with you, no problem. Just warm water alone is still incredibly beneficial. Try this tomorrow morning. Before you eat anything, drink a glass of warm water slowly, not in a rush. Then wait 10 to 15 minutes before having your breakfast. You might notice you feel lighter, more regular, and less bloated, sometimes even after just a day or two. And if you add a short walk after breakfast, even better. And here's a little bonus tip, not exactly water-related, but connected to the same idea of gentle starts. Try avoiding cold drinks with your meals. Ice water can actually slow down digestion, especially in older adults, by constricting blood flow to the digestive tract. Stick to room temperature or warm drinks during meals and save the iced tea for a hot afternoon instead. So far, we've talked about slowing down when you eat and starting your day with warm hydration. These might sound small, but they lay the foundation for real, noticeable change. Sometimes we underestimate the power of the simple things because we're used to thinking health needs to be complicated. But our bodies, especially after 60, don't want more complication. They want kindness, rhythm, and support. Now that we've given your digestion a gentler start and a little more breathing room, it's time to look at the next step. What exactly are you feeding your gut? Because bloating and sluggish digestion often start not in your stomach, but in your gut microbiome. Let's take a look at how feeding the right bacteria can shift everything in your favor. Now, I know the word bacteria might still sound like a bad thing, but not in this case. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, and believe it or not, they're the gatekeepers of your digestion. The good ones help break down food, absorb nutrients, and keep inflammation at bay. But if the wrong kind takes over, that's when the trouble starts. Bloating, gas, constipation, even that foggy, tired feeling after eating. So, how do we tip the balance in favor of the good guys? It all starts with feeding them what they love. And guess what? It's not sugar, white bread, or greasy fried foods. The gut's favorite foods are fiber-rich, natural, and plant-based. I want you to picture your gut as a garden. To keep it thriving, you don't pour soda on it or dump in chemicals. You nourish it with real, living foods. One of the easiest and most powerful things you can add to your daily meals is fermented food. A small scoop of sauerkraut, a few bites of kimchi, or even a spoonful of plain, unsweetened yogurt can make a world of difference. These foods are packed with probiotics, live, friendly bacteria that settle right into your gut and help bring things back into balance. Now, I know not everyone loves the taste of fermented foods right away, but you don't need a huge amount, just a tablespoon or two a day. Try adding it to the side of your lunch or dinner. Mix it into your salad or enjoy a spoon of yogurt with a few berries. Give it a chance for a few days and see how your body responds. But probiotics are only part of the story. Those little guys need food too. That's where prebiotics come in. Think of prebiotics as the fertilizer for your gut garden. They're found in fiber-rich foods like onions, garlic, leeks, bananas, and oats. When you eat these foods, you're not just feeding yourself. You're feeding the good bacteria, giving them the strength to crowd out the bad ones. Even something as simple as adding half a banana to your breakfast or sprinkling a little ground flaxseed over your oatmeal can nudge your gut in the right direction. These are small, gentle changes, but your gut notices. It responds. And very quickly, you start to notice the difference. Less bloating, easier digestion, more comfort throughout the day. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked, but can make or break your digestive comfort: movement. And no, I don't mean running laps or hitting the gym for hours. I'm talking about gentle, consistent movement throughout your day. Because your digestive system, it loves rhythm. It loves flow. Think of your intestines like a long, winding tube. When you move, you help that tube do its job, contracting, pushing food along, and keeping things from getting stuck. When we sit for too long, especially after meals, everything slows down. That's when you feel heavy, bloated, even gassy. But if you take a short walk after eating, even just 10 to 15 minutes, you're giving your digestion a helping hand. You're telling your body, let's keep things moving, and it listens. Studies have shown that light walking after meals improves digestion and reduces symptoms like bloating and indigestion, especially in older adults. So if your routine includes sitting down after breakfast or lunch, maybe watching TV or reading the paper, Try shifting that. Go outside, walk around the yard, stroll around the block, or even pace gently around your home. You don't have to sweat or push yourself. Just move. It can make a bigger difference than you think. And here's another bonus. Movement doesn't just help your digestion. It helps with balance, mood, energy levels, and even sleep. It's like a ripple effect. When digestion improves, everything else starts to feel a little bit better too. Now, before we move on, I want to share something important. Many people believe that bloating is just a normal part of aging, something you just have to live with. But that's not true. Yes, your body changes over time. Yes, digestion slows a little, but that doesn't mean you have to feel uncomfortable after every meal. In fact, your body is still incredibly capable of healing and adapting, especially when you give it the tools it needs. With just a few days of the right foods, the right rhythm, and a little kindness to your gut, you'll be surprised at how much lighter, more energized, and more yourself you can feel. So far, we've looked at slowing down when eating, starting your day with warm hydration, supporting your gut bacteria with good food, and gently moving your body. These are powerful, natural ways to boost digestion and ease bloating without any medication or extreme diets. And there's still one more thing we need to talk about. Something that sneaks into your diet quietly, often without you realizing it. It might be making your bloating worse, even if everything else is on track. Let's talk about the hidden culprits that could be causing more harm than you think. Sometimes it's not just what we do for our digestion, but what we remove that makes the biggest difference. And one of the sneakiest troublemakers hiding in plain sight? It's added sugar and artificial sweeteners. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I don't even eat that many sweets. But sugar has a way of showing up in the most unexpected places. Your morning cereal, flavored yogurt, salad dressings, even so-called healthy snack bars. And the problem isn't just that sugar feeds the bad bacteria in your gut. It also causes gas, inflammation, and slows down your digestion, especially as we get older. Then there are artificial sweeteners, the ones found in sugar-free or diet foods. Things like aspartame, sucralose, and sorbitol. These are even trickier. While they might cut calories, they can confuse your digestive system, causing bloating, gas, and even diarrhea in some people. Your gut simply doesn't recognize these substances, so it struggles to process them, and you end up paying the price. But the good news, once you start cutting back on these hidden sugars and artificial additives, even just for a few days, your digestion begins to calm down. Your taste buds reset, and you start craving real, nourishing food instead of the sweet stuff that was dragging you down. Try swapping sweetened yogurt for plain yogurt with fresh berries. Or instead of soda or diet drinks, try herbal tea with a squeeze of lemon or a splash of mint. Your body and your gut will thank you, and you'll feel the difference fast. Now, we've talked a lot about what to eat, what to avoid, and how to support your digestion with movement and rhythm. But there's one final piece that ties it all together: your mindset. Because let's be honest, when you're dealing with bloating or discomfort, it's easy to feel discouraged, maybe even embarrassed. But you're not alone. And more importantly, you are not stuck. Your body is always listening, always responding. And the moment you begin treating it with care, even small, gentle steps, it begins working with you again. One thing I've noticed over the years is how powerful it is to simply pause and pay attention. Take a moment before you eat. Look at your food. Take a deep breath. Give yourself permission to slow down. Chew your food well. Savor it. These simple, mindful acts have a real effect on your digestion. When you're calm, your body digests better. When you're rushing, stressed, or distracted, your gut tenses up, sometimes literally holding on to gas and waste. So even if you change nothing else, Just creating a little more calm around your meals can lead to less bloating and more ease. You don't need to overhaul your whole life. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive diets. What you do need is to listen to your body, trust its signals, and support it with consistency and kindness. And here's the beautiful part. When you start feeling better, it creates a ripple effect. You move more freely. Your clothes feel more comfortable. You sleep better. Your energy rises. Even your mood lifts. And those little victories, even in just 3 days, remind you that yes, you can still feel good in your body. So let's recap gently. Start your day with warm water and a slice of lemon, simple and soothing. Eat slowly, chew well, and make mealtime peaceful. Add a little fermented food like sauerkraut or yogurt. Feed your good gut bacteria with fiber-rich foods. Move your body after meals, even if it's just a short walk. And be mindful of hidden sugars and artificial sweeteners that can sneak in and stir up trouble. These aren't big changes, but they're powerful ones. And if you try even 2 or 3 of these habits for the next 3 days, I think you'll be surprised at how different your body feels. And hey, if something doesn't work for you, that's okay too. Everybody's body is unique. What matters most is that you stay curious, stay gentle, and stay open to feeling better. Remember, your digestion is not broken. It's just been asking for a little support, a little attention, and a little love. So if you've ever felt like bloating was just something you had to live with, I hope you now see that it doesn't have to be that way. You have more control than you think, and it doesn't take weeks or months. In just a few days, your body can start to shift. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What worked for you? What small change made the biggest difference? Let's share and support each other. It makes the journey a lot more fun. If you found this helpful, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. We're all about simple, realistic tips that help you feel your best at any age. You've got this. And remember, it's never too late to feel good in your body again. Here's to comfort, clarity, and that light, easy feeling you deserve. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.